Yeah. Yeah. I'm on my 2-3 shit. Yeah. Don't talk about it, be about it. Only way you can do it if you don't really doubt it. If you do it the other way, you will never find it.
Yo, what's good, Internet? Welcome
what's up?
to this week's episode of the No Limit Podcast. We're back with another one. We got none other than Beefy.
Beefy.
What's up, man?
How's it going, man? This guy's just smiling.
It's gonna be a long ass 30 minutes.
This guy is just straight up smiling.
Joke,
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Longest 30 minutes.
I'm here.
What's up, man?
Finally. Yeah, finally. These niggas caught me off guard. Finally.
You are the one who's been saying for 2 months now. See, you've been like, let's record. Oh, niggas, I'm not available this week.
Yeah.
Niggas.
Next week, maybe.
Next week, maybe. Niggas, go to Pretoria.
That's what he's been telling you lies. He's been telling you lies. Which is funny because to me, he's been saying you're the giving excuses. He's been now it's like nah. He's been fucking up. Can I talk how? Can I talk how I talk?
Talk how you talk.
Yeah, he's been fucking up. He's been fucking up.
Don't lie. What's up, man? What's up? What's new with you?
What's happening? What do you mean? Dude, this guy. I feel like this is gonna happen for the whole of this episode where you ask Beefy something and he's like, actually, what do you mean?
It's gonna be a long as 30 minutes of our entire existence.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Beefy,
What do you mean?
Okay, what are you
in my life?
What are you working on?
Let's make it simple. Introduce yourself and what are you working on? I'm working on. Yeah. What's up? My name is Beefy. I'm a rapper. I'm a producer. I'm a creative, all in all.
I'm a musical genius.
Well, you know that.
I saw you say that one time.
I'm a musical genius. I'm working on right now. I have a project it's an ongoing project that I'm working on. I call it the Lost Tapes. So I drop a track every month. I'm dropping tomorrow again. So yeah.
Wait, tomorrow isn't when? Because we're dropping this episode, I think, on the 26th. Yeah.
Tomorrow is in like the 13th.
Oh, the 13th, tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're recording this on the 12th.
Yeah.
So it means for our viewers out there when they get the episode.
Yeah, when you watch
the song will be out.
the song will be out.
Yeah, the song will be out.
Okay.
Yeah, everything will be cool.
Okay.
Then, so why one song a month?
One song a month is because this whole thing that I'm working on is basically a way for me to keep on putting out work while I'm working on my project, while I'm working on my mixtape. So I don't want to put too much music out there. I don't want to flood people with music and then come back. Because when I do project, I do like, my projects are like 16 tracks, 18 tracks. So I don't want to flood music and then come back with like 18 songs and all that. So yeah, I just want to keep people busy while I'm working on what I need to put out. Yeah.
So how many projects? I know you've shelved a few projects where you had worked on them, but then you're like, I'm not putting this out. I know this for a fact.
It's a lie.
I know this for a fact. So how many are there?
How many are there? You mean like a whole project or like solos?
Yeah.
Even solos, like how much work have you put in where you're like, I'm shelving this thing, it's not.
It's a lot. Because like last year there were like 2 projects that were supposed to come out. There was a project that I called Mendte. I ended up saying I'm not gonna put this out. I was done with the mixtape last year. I had to remove everything and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna drop this. I'm gonna do it again. And then that's when I'm gonna start all over again. And then but that's the problem with me. Like that's the thing with like taking time when working. Usually when I take time when I work, I get bored over time and I'm like, man, I'm not feeling this anymore.
I think the problem is because you're the one who's constantly hearing the music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you think,
Yeah, that's the problem. And I get bored very quickly. So that's the problem.
So by any chance that you're gonna go back to the archives and just select a few?
There are some songs that I have in the bag.
Oh, okay.
Some songs I'm like, these ones,
they're in the bag already.
They're in the bag. We got songs for days. We even have, the album is done already, and it's dropping in like 4 years or 3 years. I have songs from like 3 years ago.
That are coming out of the album.
In the album. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
So you save it for future projects?
I'm saving, bro. I'm like, yo, this song is too good. You gotta do your name, bro. You can't just drop the
Yeah, so it's like more or less you're investing.
It's investing. If something nice comes up, I'm like, nah, I need Shekinah on this. And if I don't get Shekinah on this, I'm not dropping.
Speaking of Shekinah, which artists would you like to collaborate with?
Yeah.
Like to make sure that maybe let's say 2 years or 5 years time, you would like to have this artist on your projects.
Shekinah is a definite name. There's a song that I have. It's waiting for Shekinah.
Because she can sing or because she's a girl?
No, because like I like everything about her. I like everything. Like, you know, you can go and find a nice voice day and here and day. Yeah, but I just like everything. I don't know her, but from a distance I feel like, you know, we could do something very crazy if we could just get in studio together.
And then also after hours after studio, something crazy.
Nah, man.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I was not here.
And the people that I want to work with, you see Black Motion.
Yeah.
I really fuck with Black Motion, man. I really want to work with them.
So are you gonna change the sound a bit so that?
We're gonna make it work.
Oh, you're gonna make it.
We're gonna get in the studio and then we're gonna start working from scratch and we're gonna make it work.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as we're all creative, you have a room full of creative people.
You might be rapping over like some Afro soul, whatever it is, like some Afro beat.
It's not gonna be forced.
House-ish.
House-ish.
It's not even. You might be surprised to find out that they switched up their productions and did something different. You might find that the person who's actually gonna do something different is them,
not you.
Yeah. Or it might be me. Either way, whatever works. Yeah, you get in the studio, whatever works.
Creative like
that's
this.
the thing. Yeah, go where the creativity directs you. Then you're cool.
No.
So when as before there was even a Beefy. So when did you see yourself as a creative for hip hop music? When did you see yourself like, nah, hip hop is for me?
It's always been hip hop.
Yeah, but how did you know that was?
Oh, that's like how did I?
Yeah, like how do you tune into hip hop? Like what?
Oh, it was 2004. I remember.
It's specific.
It was 2004. There was like these. I was at school.
Yeah.
There were these two kids. They were very cool kids. And they were young. And every time, like in primary school, it was like a discipline school. So we used to walk in a queue whenever we switched classes.
Yeah.
So these kids, they used to walk right in front of me. And then all the girls in high school used to be like, hi. And I'm like, why don't you say hi to me? Like, I'm here. Like,
This dude got into hip hop
Because what's so good in love, bro?
No one was saying hello to him.
It's crazy because the thing was, they were rapping and I wasn't even rapping. And then I'm like, what are they doing that's so cool that makes all these? Because I'm looking at them and I'm looking at myself like, nigga, come on. Come on, nigga. I was a kid. You were a kid. So I'm like, and then I started listening to, I was listening to music. My brother used to listen to a whole lot of hip hop. He used to listen to a lot of Eminem, a lot of Exhibit, a lot of Ammunition, a lot of, So at that time, there was the song by Squatter Camp. Squatter Camp dropped, I think it was Umoya. Yeah, I think it was Umoya. And then
that's half of South Africans. That's the reason why they got into hip hop.
That is crazy. That is the reason why. Because people don't give Squatter Camps the props they need. Like Squatter Camp is the reason why a lot of us really started rapping. Because it was like, nigga, you showing us that we can do this. Like we come from the hood, you come from where I come from, and you're doing this. And I thought I was supposed to be like some rich ass kid with some fancy English with some, and these niggas are winning. You know what I mean? Even in cars, they come from there. So, I forgot where I was. So we rapping. So I went there and I started practicing Squatter Camp songs. And then this other day, I walked up to the kids. I was ready. I knew the whole song, every single verse. And there was so many of those niggas. I'm like, yo, every one of them. And then I went them like, yo, dog, come here. And then they came to the corner. I'm like, They're like, what's up? I just started rapping. And they were like, nah. Because Lil Wayne just dropped something. They were Lil Wayne fans. So when I rapped Squatter Camp songs, they were like, nah. They were not impressed. And I'm like, but what's you hello? Like, it's in John. Like, and then that got me pissed off because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show these dudes that I can do this better than them. And I went back and I got my raps right, and I came back. I'm like, I want to battle the two of you. That's when it really started.
So the ones that Lil Weezy. But you came back.
I came back. I'm like, I'm gonna come back harder. I'm gonna show them.
Oh, so ever since now it's been
this guy was just got into hip hop for chicks and because some niggas dissed him.
Disrespect.
If there are any reasons to get into hip hop, those are the top two. Those are top two reasons why you need to get into hip hop.
And people wanting smoke, you give them smoke. So
he
wants to give you smoke.
I don't know anything about smoke. No, mommy, no. No, mommy.
Wait, so after the Lost Tapes, what comes?
After the Lost Tapes, I'm dropping a mixtape. I call it the 23 audio tapes.
23
finally, shout out,
23 gang.
So I call it
audio tapes.
Yeah, the 23 audio tapes. It's dropping. I'm looking to drop it early 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna continue with the Lost Tapes because there's a couple of songs that I need to put out. Because another part of the reason, one of the reasons why I started dropping the Lost Tapes is because I formed all my projects. So I know that I have this mixtape that I need to drop, and then this I need to drop, and then the album. And all these projects are done. I have songs that have filled up all these projects. But then there are these like single songs that are so nice to me that I feel like I can't just throw them away. And I feel like if I start dropping the mixtape, I will never drop these songs. So I need to get rid of these songs as well at the same time. I need people to get those songs and listen to the space that I was in when I made those songs. Yeah.
And then move on again.
And then move on, yeah. So that I can move on with a clear conscience.
So that's like a 3-year gap between your mixtapes then. Because the last, the only one that's like...
That's
J-Pop, which was 2017.
2017, yeah. That's like 3 years. That's gonna be 3 years, huh?
Yeah. So if you drop it any next year...
Was that like a conscious decision or just...
Nah, it's not even.
He scrapped the shit he was working.
I always scrap shit. So
that's why.
No, but then the thing is, for me, it's really not about how long it takes or whatever. It's just... If I'm still in the creative space, I feel I'm never satisfied. I feel like I can't just drop a project when I know I'm creating every day. And then after I'm done with the project, I get a dope ass song and I'm like, shit.
That was actually going to be like my follow-up question. That in that 3-year space, or even the year between J-Paul and this year when you started releasing the Lost Tapes, were you actively like working on new music? Or you were just chilling, like, let me take a break?
No, I'm actively working on new music because now what the thing is, usually I try to block myself a little bit sometimes, so maybe I get a dope ass song and then I would rather write it in a way or make the beat in a way that would suit a different artist and I would do it for them. So in my head it's like, okay, the dope idea is still out there, you know what I mean? Even if it's not through me, so let me work with someone else, maybe we can get something or whatever. I would share my creativity like that, or satisfy the itch of my creativity like that. Or I would work on songs and then add on to the album, 18 songs, 19 songs. Just add on.
So for the next project, is it a solo project or you hoping to get some features? Or there are features already?
There are no features right now by far, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not like out there looking for features. But if I meet people and then we vibe and we can do something, then let's do something. But if we cannot, I'm not gonna force a feature. I'm not gonna send you a beat and say send me a recording back. We go there, we work, and if we vibe, even if we can't go and work in the studio together, if we just vibe, then I can send you something and be like, yo, let's see what we can do. But I'm not gonna force it just for the sake of people listening. Yeah, it needs to happen. It needs to just happen.
So it's obvious.
Sounds cliche, but yeah.
Come on, boy, it's obvious. Let's go drop some bars, boy. Let's go drop some bars.
We're there. We're gonna be there Beefy featuring the No Limit podcast.
Gang.
Ayashi Samategi or something like that's going to be the name of the song.
Oh, this. I'm like, what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know that.
Actually, I also wanted to find out because I have it on good authority. Shout out to Jaya, friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
The homie Jaya. You and him have been working.
Hey, Jai is the homie, man.
Yeah, what's happening?
Jai is the homie, man. Jai's the homie. Yeah, we're working. I don't know. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
Because it's his project. So I would want him to announce all the things that need to be announced. But me and Jai will always be working. Me and Jai are working now on his work. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just that you guys are working on his work. That's
on his project. We're trying to get something, we're just dabbling around with everything, It's not necessarily about like working on his project. Anything else that we can get that's going to be on anything else, I'll do. Jai is the homie, man. Whenever we're in studio, it's always a vibe with Jai.
So what's the process? Does he come? You play all your beats, or it's a matter of him coming, he raps for you, and you're like, you know what? I think I can make a beat out of flow or whatever. What's the process between you guys?
Like it's different because with Jai, like it's like the chemistry is like real with him when he comes to studio.
Homeboys.
Yeah, it's like it's real. There's no faking. There's nothing. So when he comes to studio, usually he comes through and we just said, yo, come through, and then he pulls up. And then when you get there, say maybe there's a batch of beats that I once sent him. There's like a lot of beats.
Yeah.
So maybe he liked the beat from there. We can work on that. Or he comes through and he has nothing like that he liked from the batch that he wants to work on now. We'll start something off from scratch and then there's a song that that is gonna drop.
Is it mad? Crazy?
So you're going from we're working on something that I can't say.
The thing is, the song is crazy.
It's super hard.
It started on the spot, and it was crazy because when he started, even when we would visit with him, because he does some weird things in the studio. He would stand up there and be like, "Yeah, no, do like," and I'm like, "What?" Do like what? And I would play like everything that sounds like that, and it's like no, like. And I'm like, and when you're doing that, it doesn't make sense a lot of times. And then we go through the whole process, and at the end, I'm like, oh my God, when everything mixing together, it always comes out beautiful. It always comes out. So it's exciting when music comes up or a song is made up in that way. For me, it's very exciting. Yeah, this is genuine.
Nice.
Seems like there's going to be some dope ass.
There's some fire.
Yes.
There's some fire coming out.
Fire flames emojis. Because you just said the first time you battle rap were those two cats from high school.
No, they never battled me.
Oh, the chicken.
Yeah, they never battled.
So is that the case why you call yourself Beefy? Because like you get beef
They can
and you
get
call
beef.
Beefy. Yeah. So is that the reason why you call yourself
No. It's like two reasons to the name, It is like after that I started like, cause I came up when like rap was like rap. When niggas were really in the ciphers and all of that, and battle rap was real and all that, and everybody was baggy and blah blah. So we would go out with my friends. We would go out and we were all rapping. We would go out and go to the ciphers, and then we would get into some battles and all that. And the thing was, it's either I won the battle or we just never finished. Like there was a battle that went on for like hours. It even started raining. Like people, my guys right here who were watching know. We were at Spa, Block FF. It started raining. Like it was crazy. You know what I mean? But the problem was that every time after I battled someone, people like the nigga that I battled like had some problems with me. Like they would hate me. They would have so the beef would start. Yeah, niggas would start beef and all that, and it was cool with me. And then some other friend of mine was like, "Yeah, I know. Plus you fat." I was fat. He's like, "Yeah, no, plus you." I should have never said that. I should have not said that. I should have not said it.
Yeah.
So they said, the dude said, yeah, plus you look fat, so you look like a piece of steak. And I'm like, what? It sounds wrong. Like I don't want you to see me as a piece of steak. But yeah, that's how they started calling me like beef. It was beef in the beginning, and to me that was too aggressive. It was like, nah, don't call me beef.
And then you just added a Y.
Yeah.
Nah, they added a Y. They come. I told them, don't call me beef, don't call me beef, and they was like, yo, Beefy, and then it started like, because you look beefy, or everybody has something beefy. After the battles and all
then you
that.
started rapping with the Beefy. Then he came out.
This is like the weirdest name in the hip hop.
But niggas shouldn't get at me. Don't get at me on that name. I swear I'll get at you back.
You get a beef hoes.
I get back at you, man.
You be getting the smoked beef, boy. You did. Smoked now. Oh wait, man.
Oh shit, niggas. So when is oh, you said in 2020, early next year.
Yeah, 2020, early next year. That's the plan. I'm
So you
planning
also
to
have
drop
Vision 2020 as well.
Who else are you producing for? Or anyone that you
I've worked with a dude his name is Joel.
Yeah.
I've worked with Mendte. I've worked with I'm very stingy. When it comes to my beats, I'm very stingy. Like and my like
yourself.
Yeah, like it's not on purpose. I'm not like I wanna be stingy. You know what I mean? Like production-wise, the whole idea of production, by like adding like creative input and beats and blah blah, all those things included. Yeah. I get very stingy with that because you find a lot of people who come through and they just chilled and they just waiting on you to do something, and that to me is just crazy. And sometimes I honestly, and I'm not even shading anyone. Yeah. Honestly, I meet people and I just don't see anything that I like.
You don't vibe.
I mean? Yeah, I don't vibe. I feel like, okay, this is not gonna work. You know what I mean?
Probably, you stingy with your art. You're thinking if you give someone your art, they should be doing a good job with your art.
They should be good themselves. They should be good and they should be really working. You know what I mean?
With your art,
yeah. They should. Like even if it's not me just adding like having so much input in there, just for me to be a part of the project or a part of whatever. I like just push it like. Be someone who's working hard yourself and just be good at what you do. Just be good. Even if you're not the best, we can work on that. We can sharpen edges and get something. Yeah, you know what I mean? Get something nice out of it and get a knife and stab these motherfuckers.
So do you strictly just produce hip hop?
No. I make everything. I make everything. When I sit down, when I get my conatso, so I'm like, so whenever I make music, I just sit down and I switch on. I open the DAW, my thing, and then whatever comes to it, I do it. If it's Afrobeat, then it's Afrobeat. If it's hip hop, then it's hip hop. If it's soul, it's soul. If it's country, it's country. If it's whatever comes,
are you gonna say country?
I rap on that. Wait for the Shekinah rap track.
Okay.
Wait for that kind of shit. Wait for that shit. The second I play for her, I'm gonna be like, wait. She's gonna be like, oh my God, Beefy, you know what? I'm waiting on you for so long. Serious for each other, man, for each other. It's gonna be crazy.
You wait for each other to make something.
It's gonna be crazy.
Suited for each other, suited. You guys are suited.
It's gonna be crazy.
Niggas.
It's gonna be crazy.
So for now, since I see you having a couple of tats, is it for the game or is it just like something?
No. This one's not for the game. This one is like a personal one. Yeah. It's like that's why I don't want to fix it up. It doesn't look professional, but I like it like this because it has a lot of memories. Attached to it. It means something to me, and it was a symbol for me, like to show that. It was when I told myself that, you know what, I'm taking flight. I'm leaving everything. That boxed me. I boxed myself in.
Yeah.
Behind in the past, and then I'm gonna take flight and go where I want. Like when I release my album, all these things are gonna be. People are gonna understand all
the
these
story
things.
behind.
Yeah, the story behind it. There are songs out there that in the album that speak about all these things that I've went through, and the reason for like the number 23 and not 22 and not 24. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these things, they're gonna make sense.
Oh,
yeah, they're gonna make sense.
So you have to just wait, because now,
Yeah.
so people can't see clearly. Like the chat is like. I don't think
You can't even see clearly what that is.
Like someone has to zoom in.
But it's cool. It's very dope. You know?
It's a phoenix rising.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a phoenix rising.
And then the artist checked it out.
and then some shit happened. It was like, yo, it was crazy. It was crazy. But then I wanted to go fix it up. But then the thing is, after when I came back, when I was coming back from doing this, that's when I had my car accident the next morning, and then I flipped, and then it's a whole story behind it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'll just add on some other tags, and then I'm just gonna leave this because it has a story behind it.
Yeah. So for other tags, are they like family orientated? As most rappers now, like you can have a tag of your firstborn child or the name of your firstborn child.
Nah,
this type of stuff.
I don't want to have the random, like this random, just putting
You know that Jordan meme here, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
That's what he just said.
Nah, she's not getting on my skin, nigga. She's in my wallet. That's far enough. Nah, she's not gonna. I'm just gonna do like I have a plan with like my whole sleeves and what I'm gonna do.
The sleeve would be cool. I want just
yeah.
one arm.
But I want to get it to the chest as well.
Come like this.
Yeah.
I just want my arm until here and then I'm good. Like just one.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I just know that I want the sleeve. I'm just not sure what I want to put.
Do you want like different things? You want to cover the sleeve with different things?
Like different things.
Yeah.
But it needs to be tasteful. There needs to be like a sense of order to it.
I was thinking tribal.
Yeah, most guys
Everyone goes tribal.
Yeah,
everyone goes for that.
No, but then tribal one that like something that you would make yourself.
Something that
and then they would make it look better or something like that. Something that really has a personal meaning, not like that you pick out from this or this or that.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I'm thinking tribal because and I'm thinking like I'm gonna leave the sleeve until I have enough money to go to New Zealand and do it there. Like a traditional one. I want a traditional one. I don't want a machine and all that blah blah blah. I want them to do it like I want the real the proper one. That's what I want with the side.
With 2017's mixtape J-Paul.
Yeah.
How was the process of making that?
Oh, J-Paul, a lot of, and I learned the lesson. I used a lot of, I couldn't, it was beats, internet beats, and writing to them and going to the studio, because they were dope beats. And then I learned after dropping that oh, shit, I got burned. You know what I mean? Because I go to radio and they like, nah.
These are not your dudes.
These are not, and I call up dudes. I'm like, yo, remember that beat? They're like, yeah, give me so much. I'm like, what? I wanna blow a nugget. I don't have that kind of shit like that. That's
no more people debating over beats like
over air. It's like So it was just a simple thing of writing to the beats and then going to the studio and working. And I was really getting into my production. I wasn't really focused on the mixing part of production, and that was when I started doing that. So there were a little bit of my beats, a few of my beats, but I couldn't put in a lot of beats because I wasn't confident that my beats were good enough for me to really rap on at that time.
At that time, that makes sense. So let's take it back. Let's take it a bit more personal now.
Yeah.
So you're in academics, right?
Yeah.
Academia.
Yeah.
So, like how do your parents take it that you? Because a lot of parents say education first.
Yeah.
Before anything, education. So when you're telling your parents like, no, you're doing this on the side. But sometimes I'm sure you're booked somewhere. Sometime like Beefy has to go perform somewhere, or maybe you have to work on your project.
Yeah.
Don't they like get hurt that you limiting studying time a bit, or are they also like understanding like you you got to have something on the side. Apart from just books, because you might go crazy.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
Like the thing is, I don't think my mother believes me when I tell her that I make music. I don't think she does, because she's like,
just show her the podcast.
Like she knows my songs. Like I play her my songs, she's like, Nelirang. What do you mean? What were we doing? Like we made a song. She's like, so this is you. I'm like, yeah. She's like, Mama, we're gonna blow up. She's like, the dishes. I'm like, okay. So, but then I remember first year when I was coming in Joburg.
Yeah.
I was moving to Joburg, and she said, no, there was a friend of hers who was helping us move to Joburg.
Yeah.
And then the friend told her, he said, so how do you know that? Since the boy loves music, how do you know that he won't follow music in Joburg and he neglect school?
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, I know him, he won't lose focus, Hey,
And then you got to Joburg.
And I told her, I said it in the car, I'm like, you never know. And then I got to Joburg. And then, but I think she sees that I fuck with music, but she just wants me to just finish maybe, because she can tell, you can tell that I fuck with music by how I've been burned by school. I've been burned. I've been burned like crazy. Yeah. I was making beats the whole time, and I was writing the same morning, and 2 hours before I'm like, shit, I gotta study this shit. And then as I'm studying, I get a string, and then I'm like, shit, let me just do this. Yeah, so hey, I think she sees that she's just holding on, like, you know what, I don't want to say anything just in case he thinks that I support music, and then he gives up in school. I'm like, I won't do that. I'm gonna still be here for the next 6 years, nigga.
Oh wait, still trying to get that degree.
You're gonna retire here.
Nigga, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not.
Still gonna use that. I gotta push my shit with that one. Still gonna download the apps, bro.
Dude, the school is the reason for my rent. If I get my degree, I'm going back home. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. Yeah.
Ulterior motives, bro.
Yo, you tuned into the No Limit podcast, man. We still out here with beef stock or beef.
Didn't like annoy you maybe at some point where you said, no, I'm beefy, and people like, no rocks.
You know what's crazy? The crazy thing is that, like, if you don't know me and I walk into the room and they introduce you to me, you won't say that. You won't say
What?
that.
You think you look intimidating?
You will not say that if you don't know me and I walk there, and people don't know that I'm a goofy guy and I'm all that. But if I walk in, because I'm closed in, I'm like by myself, so I'll just walk in here and I'm not friendly with anyone and I'm not all that. So when you meet me, you probably say beef stock in your head, but you won't say it out loud. But little do you know that if you say it, I'll just laugh. For me, it wouldn't be a problem. It'd just be like, it's cliche.
It's been said a couple of times.
Yeah, it's been said a couple of times.
Anymore.
I've been battling with some whack people for a long time, so I've heard some the beef stocks, the chickens, beef, the what. Yeah. All of them, bro.
Yo, we are here, man. This has been a dope episode.
We done.
No, let's give him a young shout out to his fans and where they can get him, where your fans can hold
Shout out
you.
your socials.
So let's give you the platform, boy. Let's
Soshanguve.
Yo, my name is Beefy. Check me out and check out the project that I have going on right now, the Lost Tapes. Check me out on Twitter at
I knew that was coming.
They know his own Twitter handle.
Know it.
I know it.
Okay, what is it?
It's at Beefy Mendte. At Beefy Mendte. At Beefy Mendte. On Facebook you can check out at Beefy Worldwide. Those are the names.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. Check out Beefy on SoundCloud. Audio Max, Slicker on Live. Those are my main platforms for now. So you check that out and check out the music, man. Show me some love.
Wait, shout out to the homes.
This has been a
Oh yeah, I like to shout out to my niggas. Yeah, man, you know my niggas back in the hood, man, at the corner. Shouts out to my nigga Tachi. Shouts out to my nigga Eeps. Shouts out to my nigga Soli. Shouts out.
Ooh. I only mentioned 3 guys though.
Shut up.
That's not even enough people to be this high. Like, this high for 3 people.
Dude, I'm thinking.
I got a small circle. I don't move around with a lot of people, man. I've been burned. I've been burned.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show.
On YouTube, yeah, where we at Sis, we on what?
Spotify, man.
SoundCloud,
iTunes, we there,
Google
man.
Podcasts.
What is it? I feel like this is a show of like, yeah, he's on SoundCloud and Audio Mag. We on Spotify.
Yeah, we there,
That's
bro.
it. Anywhere you can get a podcast, we there.
We there.
No
Find
Limit
this
Podcast. Like Steve said, please like, subscribe. Let's get to, I don't know, 500, 1,000. We're trying to up the subscriber numbers. 10K, let's get there.
10K Makase.
Bro,
let's go. Let's get
it.
it.
A dope episode. Thank you for pulling through, Maji.
I thought we were joking when we said it's done.
Dude, you're for legend. That's it.
Yo, we out. That's it.
Peace out, yo.
TV.
Hey, skitty.